Hey guys, it's Misty with my paper cuts, and today I'm coming on to do my share of day number 4 for my December daily. I had plans to do a lot more crafting today, but it wasn't a very good day, and I won't get into that and bore you guys, and everybody's got enough stress and sadness of their own. But I do want to share something that I did get accomplished today, and it did feel good. It did soothe my nerves a little bit and just make me feel better. Um, the project that I did was just some ornaments. Every year I like to get out my stash of alcohol inks and make some altered ornaments. Normally I do the globe ones or the ball ones. But this year I wanted to do something a little bit different. So what I chose to do was I used my Cricut Joy machine, and this is all I used with the machine. I used the transfer tape, which I have to say, I really prefer this transfer tape over the large 12-inch rolls. It might not be a better value, but I find this so much easier to work with, and because I can cut small strips off, I don't waste as much, it feels like. And I really like the tack on this one. It's tacky enough to pick up regular vinyl, but not so strong you can't get it back onto the project that you're doing. So I'm really happy with this. So I use this more than anything. And then I got into this is the actual little sampler pack that came with my machine. It has the white, red, black, gold, and silver. And I thought I was going to use gold, but I ended up using white. So I used that. And then this is my favorite weeding tool. It's the reverse tweezers, and they are super pointy. I really like reverse tweezers for so many reasons. I do use the picking tool sometimes, but because you can grab the little pieces and pull them out so much easier with this, I just prefer that. And then I also like the small burnishing tool. It's nice and thin, and it's really easy in the for the size in my hand. So this is what I like to burnish with. So the ornaments that I used came from Joann's, and this is what they came like. So they're just an acrylic clear. They're not super thick. They're from the Place and Time, and I thought this was a little bit high for these ornaments. Obviously, I got them on sale, but I feel like $2.99 for just a simple plastic ornament, that's a bit much. I really think these stores jack up their prices so we think we're getting a deal when we use our coupons. But so I bought all the ones they had of these. I have 6. I really wish they would have had more. But it is what it is. So the very first step that I did was I obviously removed the price tag, and this has fingerprints all over it from my lotion on my hands, but I pulled off the sticker, and then I cleaned it with just regular rubbing alcohol, just to get any residue off. And that's really good when you want your vinyl to stick. So those are the basic things that I used. And then I will show you guys, it's a mess because it's very old, so please forgive me, but this is my alcohol ink collection. And I did use I used some of the pearls, which I only have a couple of the pearls, which do have a shimmer to them. And then I used just a color and let me see if I can find one, and these mixatives. This is the older bottles. I do have a couple of the newer bottles. I do use those a lot, but you can see I use the mixatives pretty often. But I use the gold and the silver, and then on one of the ornaments I just used 2 of the pearls, which I believe are both right here. Yeah, these are the 2 pearls that I used on the first ornament that I'll show you guys. So to get the finish that I got on my ornaments, I used the little dauber tools that you saw in that container, and obviously the felt pads. Now, something I've been doing for a very long time, and I can't remember where I picked it up. I wish I could credit someone, but is I buy just the felt sheets. Hobby Lobby has them, just the white felt. I prefer white so I can see the colors that I'm using. And I just cut them into chunks and put them on my daubers. and it saves a lot of money. You can buy the big containers of them, you know, from Ranger, but it is cheaper, especially when you can catch the felt on sale, because Hobby Lobby does it all the time. I think they're 4 for $1. So 25 cents for an 8.5 by 11 sheet gives you a lot of little daubers. So that's a good money saving tip in my opinion. So this is the first ornament, and what I did was I did the alcohol ink on the back. I wanted the depth and the shine of the acrylics to still be on the front. So I just mixed the two colors. These are the two pearl colors. Put them on my foam pad and dabbed them all over, let it dry, and then I dabbed them again. Now I wanted mine to be translucent. You can see it there and there. I wanted them to be translucent, but if you wanted them to be more opaque, which you can see the color looks much more solid when you do that, you could either flip them over and carefully spray paint the back, or you could very carefully do acrylic paint just with a brush over the back, just to make a solid backing to it. But I wanted them to be translucent because I thought the light shining behind would be really pretty, so I did not do that step on these ones. So, and then obviously I cut out the word Mary, and I think I did peace and believe, and just stuck it down. Again, after I did the alcohol ink and everything, right before I stuck this down, I hit it again with some rubbing alcohol to make sure it would stick nicely, and it's just a basic ornament. I have some fancy hooks that I will hook through there. I didn't like the ribbon that came with them. I thought it looked kind of chintzy. I don't know. So anyway, so this one's very simple. I'm not usually into these colors, but I wanted to do something in the pastels for all my followers and viewers who like the pastel. But you can see that does have quite a bit of depth to it in colors. So there's the pastel one. And then the next one I did was green and gold. And you could see there, like, and again, I did it twice. So I went over it once with the modeling and then let it dry, and then I dabbed it again with a second application with the, just to give it more mixing and more coloring. And then on this one I just glued down pieces of some of my picks. I have a pick that I took apart and I glued down just the greenery from it, and then I made a little triple bow for all of these with my little bow maker, which is some thin ribbon. So that one's pretty simple too, but I really like greens for Christmas. My favorite color is red, which happens to be the next one. So I also did red and gold. Red and gold to me is just classic. I really love that. I believe that alcohol ink is called Red Pepper. And just so you guys know, I've had my alcohol inks for years. I mean 15, almost 20 years probably for some of them. And they're still good. They still work perfectly. So they might be an investment. You can catch them on sale all the time at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's. But they are definitely worth it because you get a lot of bang for your buck. You have a lot of options with them, and they last forever. So I'm trying to catch all that shimmer and shine for you guys. And then the last one is actually my favorite one, and it was kind of inspired by my daughter and her boyfriend. Their tree has all dark colors, and what's really funny is they actually use a top hat instead of a star. It actually looks really cute. So I don't know, these college kids, right? So anyway, this is just black and then the silver mixative. And again, I just took apart one of my picks and glued it down with the red. I really love red and black, and I just think it's classic as well. So those are the ornaments that I did today. And I also wanted to say I did want to do the gold, and this is how the gold looked. But as you can see, this gold would have gotten just lost on here. It would have just disappeared right into that background. So that's why I went with the white. And I do like the pop of the white, but my intention was to do that gold. I may see if I can find a gold glitter vinyl that I like to do some more, if I can find some more of these ornaments, but I wanted to share that. And then last but not least, someone who shall remain nameless. I already saw that Carrie and P had made a comment, but I had a question. Somebody wanted to see this tumbler up close. I did not make this tumbler. I actually got it at a local craft fair. But this girl's work was so impeccable, and those little nomies were so dang cute. I left this craft fair. I drove all over town and went back to the craft fair just as it was closing because I could not get this tumbler out of my mind. I just kept thinking about it all day. So I figured that was a sign to go back. So that is my tumbler for you know who you are that wanted to see it up close. Sorry that was in the shot when I did my little video yesterday, but I don't know if it made you smile. I guess that's a good thing. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow, hopefully, my dark cloud will lift a little bit and I can do the video that I intended to do today. I still had my daily craft session and I still got something accomplished, which feels really good and was very important today. But I'm hoping to come on tomorrow and do the choices I make for doing the layouts on my cards, as well as some of my favorite cardstocks and tools that I use for that. Just because I think that one of the things I really want to share are some of the tips and tricks and things that I know that people are always asking me. So hopefully you guys are learning a little bit here and there, and I'm inspiring you a little, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys, have a good night.